Yeah, it's been a while since I did this, so I might be a little out of practice. First thing I'm checking to see if I have audio or not. See, Ski Man's in the house. Hello, Ski Man. I'm not using Zoom for this. I'm using strictly OBS. And apparently I do have audio because I hear my voice. I only see that Ski is here, and maybe Ski is no longer here. Ski was here. If you're here, put, oh, you know what? Let me start the point system. I thought I had did that. I actually set it up 5 by 5. Cool. So I do have a camera, and I did want to point something interesting out. I don't really have anything one in chat. Yeah, it shows two people are here, which is probably you and me. Yep, there you go. There's some points working. So I'm going to turn the camera on, and again, I'm using OBS, and there's the camera. And I have no idea what it looks like because it looks okay. There we go. I'm going to mute myself a little bit lower here. I don't really need to hear myself talking. So interestingly enough, in OBS, I can actually use Logitech, Logitunes, Logitech, whatever you want to call it. You can see here, I can zoom in and I can zoom out. In Zoom, Zoom disables Logitune, or if that's the way to put it, I don't know, but it you just you can't use it. When you try to use Logitune's Logitech for your camera, which is called Logitunes, it does not see the camera, but clearly it is seeing it here. And I think I can actually, I think, yeah, see, I can actually use all of the functions, which is weird. Um, I don't like how this mask works, so I got to be real careful on things. It looks pretty good right there. I think I'll leave that there. AJ's in the house. Hello, AJ. You got some points. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. I hope everything's going well for you. Same sentiments that Ski just said. So what are we doing today? Well, you're looking at my DaVinci machine, and I have an issue with my mouse without borders because I have to leave the dongle plugged into the DaVinci machine in order to use the mouse without borders on both my streamer and my DaVinci machine. I'm sure it's just a setup problem somewhere. It's happened in the past. It'll happen again. I just can't remember how to fix it. So, what is today all about? I don't have an agenda. This is the 101st live stream of the year, which is totally amazing to me because it's only March 4th. I haven't figured out how many days that is, but I know it's not quite 100. 3 months is 90, plus 11 would be 101. So I'm well ahead of the curve right now. Ski Man's not, or Alice is not doing too bad. Wants to know how Ski's doing. Got 4 people watching now and 2 people commenting. If you're watching, either please make a comment so I can say hi and hit the like button. That'll help push my channel out to YouTube's algorithm and hopefully I can continue to grow. So what do I want to do today? Well, I think what I wanted to do, at least I thought this is what I wanted to do. Oh, by the way, I couldn't get the camera to work earlier on OBS because of the capture card. Yes, I've moved it. No, the capture card doesn't give me any problems until today. Scott's in here, just popped in to say hello. Hello, Scott. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I had to actually disconnect the USB part of the capture camera and reconnect it in order for it to reconnect with OBS. I've seen that before. Not a big deal, but it happens. And as you can see, I mean, if I come over here and I fire up my DaVinci, you'll see that pop up here in a minute. So DaVinci will be going out over YouTube now. Now the question is, what's the delay like? And it looks like the delay is pretty horrible. I am dual streaming this. That's the new function in YouTube. I'm giving it a shot. I don't know that it helps. I don't know that it hinders. To be quite honest, I'm not 100% sure. I did run an overnight stream last night. My watch hours dipped below 900. It's just a me thing. I would like it to be closer to 1,000. My ultimate goal is to hit 1,000 watch hours in a 28-day period. It's just a weird me thing. So what am I going to, whoa, I'm going to learn to talk. What do I want to do today? Well, I thought what I would do is I would show you guys how I do most of my stuff in preparation for the live stream. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to open up an untitled project. I'm just going to reopen another project, which is still March 4th. After all, that is still today. So I'm going to open that project up. And I don't know how that looks on YouTube because I can't monitor it. I know in the studio it looks okay, and on OBS it looks eh. So I'll have to go with what you guys tell me. So obviously I'm cheating. There's the one from last night. There's the current one. So have I got already the one that I need? My guess is I may have gotten that. And to do that, I just simply go over here to my downloads. I go into my folder and I look to see, and I have done it. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Looks okay on YouTube. Yeah, I don't want okay though, Ski. I want it looks fabulous on YouTube. um, that's good. I understand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Google and I'm going to X this out, but I'm going to continue to use it. I'm just going to cheat since I like this color scheme. I'm just going to go in here to edit. Still going to be the 226th day. The day hasn't changed. That won't change until midnight, and it'll become the 227th day. But I'm now picking up another live stream. So this is going to change to 102. And we'll send that out to ChatGPT, and hopefully it does its thing. Looks like it's not going to do. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure how I can approve it actually on YouTube as well. And I don't really have the means, or do I? What if I were to start another tab? Watch this myself. Boy, this will be interesting. I'm not going to do that on YouTube. I'm going to move that to my other monitor. I'm going to go to my channel, and I'm going to take a gander to see exactly what it looks like as well. Yeah, it looks okay. You're right, Ski. That looks okay. I'm good with that. And I'm done watching it. They say you should not look stupendous. Sir Atkins, there you go. Now this is taking a minute. Usually that's done by now. Excuse me. I may have to go in and do it a different way. Naturally, since I'm trying to explain something. You ever notice that when you're not trying to explain how you do things, works just fine. When you go to explain it, oh my goodness. Yeah, something's coming through. It just apparently it had to think a long while on that, which is really interesting because I've been doing it this way for, I don't know, 15, 16. There we go. 226, 102. Beautiful. So I'm going to download that. Now they did fix the problem where it used to be you had to use this download button, which is called share, and this one's download, but they fixed it. I'm going to go ahead and hit download, and apparently they didn't fix it. Oh, there it goes. Just a little slow. So this is going to be March 4th, ChatGPT. That'll work because none of these are named that. So I'm going to go ahead and save that into my folder. It's already there. And it wants to download. No, I don't want to download multiple files. And you'll see that it did get it. Usually it doesn't. In the past, it didn't get it. So they've improved that. That's a good thing. So now for the most part, I'm done with ChatGPT. I will now close that. Then what I do is I drag this over to here and I put it over here. I'll take these two. I don't have to do this. It's just a good habit. This is what I want. This looks good. If I wanted to do anything to it, I would come over here to the zoom and I would expand it up or I would take it down. And if someone sent me something to add to it, then I would put it in there like I did with Ski Man stuff the other day. Let me demonstrate how that works as well. But before I do that, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the file. I'm going to export this as a still picture. And this is going to be my 10 o'clock stream tonight. So I have to come in here, change this to March 4th, 2026, 10 p.m. Now I have to do that because I have March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd, overnight, covering for Rick. Now I have my 10 o'clock live stream. Hello, Pix and Pen. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, really. Except I am not a mechanic. So now I'm going to take us one step further. You can leave this open. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty much blind to it now, but to gain more viewing space, you want to close that, and that way you can see this. Now I see this exact same thing, 226.102, other on my other monitor, because this function right here, I can send this to my other monitor. If I turn it to none, I see my downloads, but I like to look at this at the same time I'm doing it. And how that looks is, I can demonstrate that as well. If I run this back over to itself, this is what it looks like. So now when I'm working with this, I have the ability to see real-time application is what it's going to look like when on the finished product or as it's being done. So I'm going to leave this here. And again, I don't know what this looks like at all. Apparently there's a long gap between what I'm saying and what I'm seeing. So I'm going to come in here and hit right click, and I'm going to open this image in Fusion. I'm going to do a shift space to bring up the tool menu, and I'm going to type in the word magic, which is M-A-G. And then I'm simply going to mask out the numbers and put them where I want. So we're going to do 2, 2, and 6. It looks pretty good. We'll change it from faster to better. That looks okay. That's doable. I'm going to go ahead and track it out just in case. Robert's in the house. Hello, Robert. This live stream is sponsored. Yeah, it is. And Walmart. Got to be getting close to going to work. Scott, I second those sentiments. I hope Ski gets to feeling better as well. I got up again this morning, 5:45-ish, and stayed up for a few hours, and then I laid down and took a very long nap. So now you can see this is what it looks like now. If I were to bring down the original one and put it on top, then you can see the difference in there's the one that's been mashed out, and there's the original. So I'm going to work with this one right here, the one that's masked out. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit the transform so I can resize this. I can make it any size I want. I can put it anywhere I want. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the 102. I'm going to right click, and I can show this to you guys. Again, I don't know how, I have no idea how well this comes across YouTube, but this is just so easy to do. You right click, you open in Fusion, shift space, it's already there, magic mask. Click on the mask, go to the 1, the 0, and the 2. Go to better, makes it a little bit better. Track it out. I'll go look at. John is in the house. I had a very nice nap. Yeah, I did too. And it's good and bad to do, actually. It's good that I get up. It's good that I do a few little bit of things around the house, kind of get going and whatnot. But then I'm like, well, I don't have to be up. I can take a nap. Yep, Jeff, I am covering for Rick. I didn't know if he wanted me to or not. I forgot to ask him last night. But what the heck? Now, I got 226. It's masked out. I can move this 102. But you see a problem with the 102. 102 is way, way bigger than the 226. There's a couple ways to do that. The easiest way to do this Click on that. Go up here and look at that. It's 0417. Go back to here. Click on that. 0.417. Now allegedly they're the same size and close enough for government work. And I can put it anywhere I want. But that's not what I want. But I've already got my thumbnail for tonight. I'm good with that. Now the reason I'm doing this is if I wanted to put any kind of background in there, I can do that. I can come over here to my downloads file and I can go to Jeff Pearl's folder. I can drag in Jeff Pearl's image he sent me. That would be Ski Man, by the way, 21632. And I'm going to put the numbers behind it. There are the numbers. Actually, the numbers are in front of it. The numbers are in the foreground. If I were to grab a number and move it, it's in the foreground of the turtle. This is what I did last night. I put the numbers in the background of the turtle using class. Great guy. Yes, food. I'm here. The cooking class will be tomorrow. So does anyone have an idea of how I will put the 226 and the 102 in the background behind the turtle? Anyone besides me and Bill. I wonder if Bill's here. Bill, are you here? I don't think Bill is here. That's fine. And I'm going to wait. I know how to do it. I mean, I do it all the time. One of the first easiest things I learned how to do. And again, I am just scratching the surface when it comes to DaVinci Resolve. I have bacon wrapped fillets. Oh my God, you only have bacon wrapped fillets. That sounds good. If I leave now, what time is it? 3:19. I can be there by 9. Can I live stream from? Do you have a computer I can use as a live stream? Can we throw OBS and YouTube Studio and a couple other little things on there real quick so that I can do my? Oh wait, you're an hour behind me, so it'd be 8 o'clock. I'd be all right. That'd work. That'll work. All right, since no one has ever paid attention in the past, I'm simply going to take this picture right here and I'm going to make a copy by right click, copy, come over here, click away, paste the picture, and I'm going to put it on top of that. And I'm going to bring the playhead back over here. So now everything's gone away. The numbers that are here have gone away. Well, that's fine. It's going to involve the magic mask. Going to go to Fusion, magic mask, add, and we're going to take the turtle out. I just need one viewer. I don't need two viewers right now. So I'm going to take it to one, and that's plenty big enough. And I want the whole turtle, nothing but the turtle, so help me whatever. So I'm going to get the turtle. And you'll notice in 3 short little clicks, I got the turtle. That looks pretty good. We're going to go to better. That fine-tuned it a little bit. I'm going to track it out. I don't think I'm going to move it, but you never know. It's a static picture, and more than likely it's going to stay static picture. So, wow, 19 minutes already. I see how Rick gets now. I understand now when Rick looks at the clock and goes, "Oh my God, look at how much time has passed by." And it's taken a little bit to do this because there's a lot going on for the AI to go in here and say whatever it needs to do. Let's make it an even 3. What are we making here? See what Scott. I don't see anything from Scott. Oh, 1 or 2 maybe. Make it an even. Better make it about 5. Bacon wrapped fillets sound really, really good. I'm having steak on Sunday. I'm so looking forward to this Sunday. Yes, it's a little bit of a long drive, but I am so looking forward to it. Okay, we've reached the end, so it's mashed out. Now, what should happen is when I click on the edit page, those numbers should magically appear, and there they are: 102, 226. And then it's just a matter of going in there and positioning them where you want them. Now you'll notice it's behind the turtle, but it's in front of the fish. It's in front of KenStyle Live. It's in front of everything but the turtle. Foreground, background. It's all about layering. So last night I think I put one here. I think I'll put this one about right there. This is not going to be tonight's thumbnail, by the way. I'm just demonstrating this. And then I'm going to put this one here. Now, if I wanted to, I could take these and I can make it real super small. And I'm going to do that a different way. I'm going to run it back over to itself so that you see the results. So let's see, the weather, error please, either type a zip code or a city location. It looks like you did. Oh, Greg made an error. He put an exclamation W and forgot the city or zip, followed by Scott putting it in, and you get timed out. Greg's got 52 degrees. All right, so I can make this like this small and put it, you know, behind the turtle, but in front of the coral right there. But to me, that just doesn't jump out like this one up here does. So I'm learning that a little bit. So what if I wanted to add, what if I wanted to put this 226 behind these, what if I wanted to rotate it and then bring it up here and put it behind those two things right there, the two fish right there. John's got 55 degrees. Somebody do mine, 46217. That's simply done. You just come up here, you make another cut. Actually, you just paste. That's what I did last. So I paste that over there. Bring it over here. Open it in Fusion. And again, you guys can't see this because I've got this over here. I really need to figure out a way to do multi-screens when I live stream, and I'm sure it can be done. Magic mask, and I want the three fish. So I want that fish, and that fish. That's pretty good. 3 dots, 3 fish. I'll go better. Don't see much of an improvement, but I'll track it out just to make sure. It is currently 60 degrees, 55.9 degrees and light rain. Yeah, we got rain for the next 12 days. Richard Rogers is in the house. Hello, Rich. Thank you for being here. Make sure to check your points. Jamie's in the house. Hello, Jamie. I'm getting ready to demonstrate something using your photographs. And as soon as this slow thing gets done, now I'm actually going to stop this. It's got enough done that I can do this. So if I hit stop, it's going to prompt me, am I sure? Yes, I'm sure. It's still going to work. It worked to a certain point. If I go past this point, it doesn't work. But anything before that point, it does work. So that is that. All right, let's get into something really important here. Let's get into the meat of things. Let's get into what I really do every single day. First things first, I'm going to close DaVinci. I only do that so that it can reset itself. I think I'm going to go with this one. I'm setting myself up is what I'm doing, probably for failure. Big boy, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Make sure to hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I know who you are, so let me give you mod status so you can share out your channel. I know you're trying to grow. I know you have relatively obtainable goals set in mind. I just want to get to 6,000. I seriously, I'm at like 58, 52 right now or something like that. I really want to get to 6,000. All right. John and Jamie, yep. Hope you're doing good as well. I'm doing my best to keep up with chat and do this at the same time, but as we all know, I'm not good at chat anyway. So here we go. I'm going to open a new project. This is going to be called March 4th, 2026 trailer. Anybody? Oh wow, Tony Wallow's in the house. Even more. Oh my goodness, $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Tony. Now, if I was running XP, which I'm not, Tony would jump to the top and he'd get like a gazillion points. It's like Dr. Pepper. There's about a gazillion, but I don't know why that is. That's a YouTube thing. That's not a me thing. So it is what it is. So this is how I do this. First thing I want to do is I want to bring in a couple pictures. So I'm going to bring in, and these are all provided by Jamie, Unbothered Avocado, and I bring them into here. And that did not get all my pictures, so I don't want that. I'm immediately going to go up here and get rid of those. And this happens from time to time with doggone DaVinci Resolve. And I don't know why. I haven't figured it out. So I'm going to cut that down to 6 and see if I get, yes, I got all 6. I'm not sure. Well, apparently I did not get all. Well, it says I got all 6 though. No, I got 3. I only see 3. That's 1. That's 2. Well, actually, they're there. Um, Interesting. Let's do that. No, let's not do that. Let's do that. And I'm going to do it the same way. You can tell I've done this 1 or 2 times. I think it has something to do with the photos themselves. Thank you, Tony. I don't know if you heard me or not, but thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. So I'm going to bring in 3. I'm going to figure this out. I want to see. Well, I didn't want to open it. I want to drag them in. And this shows me having 3. Now, this is an extremely large timeline to use. I would recommend, if you're going to do it, make it like this because you can see your whole timeline. The other thing I would recommend you do, and I do this every night, is I come over here to the about the 2 minute and 57-second mark. It didn't have to be exact. And I put a marker because that tells me my last picture will end up there. So my first picture will start here, and my last picture will end up, and I'm going to bring this down so you can see it right there. Taking a look at chat, somebody did an exclamation top. Is Tony even in the top 20? Somebody read that for me and let me know. I'm trying to glance through it. John is second, but he's first. Scott, Betty, Jeff, Galactic Volcano, Jamie, Robert, Greg, Ski. No, he is not. Tony, do an exclamation points for me, please. I'm going to actually take a break from what I'm doing right here and look at something. Well, sort of, kind of. Oh, there's the problem. The problem is in this set of pictures. It's not working the way that it's supposed to. That should make those go away, and it does. So I got to figure this out. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do an exclamation P to see what your points are. I wished I could. That would be so nice. Man, what a pain this is trying to be today. Where are we at? Oh, 28 minutes. Cool. I was talking to somebody yesterday and I was doing a ghetto, okay? I had my phone in my hand and I was trying to explain while holding my phone and trying to do this. Do I have both computer? Good question, John. Yes, I do. You are watching from the streamer computer through OBS. I'm not using Zoom. I am doing all this over here on the DaVinci machine. The DaVinci machine is DaVinci machine only. That's all that's on here. All of my DaVinci related photos, videos, data, media, you name it. If it's in a project or gonna go in a project, it's on this machine. Have I got 6 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one don't I have? 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have all 6. Interesting. Okay, I can't count. The day at the park gave me the heebie-jeebies. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Jamie brings up a good point. I need to now take this. Normally what I do is I lay it all the way out to here, but I'm going to do this differently this way. Looks like Ski gave Tony some points. I still need to know Tony's points if Tony's still here. Oh, he did do it. Tony has 49,000 or 443,000. Okay, so I'm going to add Tony. Tony, I'm going to give you some points. I'm going to take a break off of what I'm doing. I mean, as we know, they don't mean anything. It's just it's a feel good thing. How about we give Tony? Let's see here. Who's in last place? That'd be one fish 26. Let's give him I don't know 25,000 points. Now, if you'll check your points, you should have 25,000 more points. Let's see if John did a follow-up question on his question of whether I'm using two computers or not. That's a very good question, by the way, John. I used to do it. I used to do all this from one computer. I used to stream. I used to do DaVinci. I used to do Zoom. I used to do it all from the same computer. And it started. I'm on Zoom right now. Believe it or not, if I were to come in here and go to this source, I think this will work. I'm just guessing. It may or may not work. Apparently, there's a long delay. Either that or it's not going to work. Well, there we go. I'm on Zoom right now. I am multitasking. Now, Zoom can't hear me. Zoom can't be heard over YouTube because I've got everything muted because I hadn't intended on using Zoom. Tony, you now have 710 or 71,076 points. Thank you, Tony. Yes, I am showing Zoom. So let's get back to what I was wanting to get accomplished today. And that requires me going and finding this. It'll probably take about 7 to 10 seconds before it kicks over. Yeah, Ski, I will be there. I will be there. They took over the park in Fort Worth, Texas. All right, so here we go. So now I'm going to go import media, and I don't want to get it from my real players. This is where I get all of my trailers that I used to get. I get them from YouTube, and you can see there's 4 or 5 of them in there, and then I cut them down to the time. I don't want that. I want to go into my downloads. No, I don't. I want to go into my D drive. I want to go into DaVinci. Greg's probably having a coronary. 2026, March. And I need to not bring, it's not Deadwood, so I can't use Deadwood. So we're going to cancel that. Start over. So with 2 computers, you're using 1 mouse and 1 keyboard. It's wireless. Yes, I'm using a program called Mouse Without Borders. And I can go from one to the other. I can go all 5 of my monitors, which is basically the 2 computers. So we're going to do this differently. I'm going to close this by coming down here to this house, clicking on the house, and I'm going to go find what I need to do is this one right here, I believe. Yep, there we go. So this is how this is the opening of the trailers for Jamie. It's a fusion composition, and it's quite boring if your name's Greg Guy and others. I find it's fascinating, but all of these right here are what makes all of this right here. If I were to take this node and go back to, I think it's this one. No, it's not. If I take this node and put it up here in this space, then you get to see this is in 3D space. You'll see provided is way, way back there in the back. Deadwood's in the front, and unbothered Avocado Jamie's up here in the front. So we're going to make a slight change because obviously this isn't Deadwood. We're going to go to this text, And we're going to change this to, I think these are called silkworms. Jamie, what are these called? I'm going to go with silkworms for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and maybe balance that out, which I've not ever really done in the past. But I'm going to put that right there. And I'll wait for her to give me an answer. Oh my gosh. Especially if you're eating anything with rice. Yeah, John, I went to Mouse Without Borders because I tried the two mice, two keyboards, two different machines, and I just got confused. This is so much easier. Yeah, really, all we need is for him to show up. I mean, people can join Zoom right now, and I have no idea that someone is joining you because I have Zoom muted unless I move my OBS up out of the way so that I can see what's going on, but I don't need to do it. So now I'm done. I'm basically done. I've changed the name. I come in here to render. I'm going to render this out. I don't even have to go back to the edit page to do that. I'm just going to title this Silkworms March 4th, 2026 trailer opening. I'm going to add it. I'm going to render it, and I'll be done with it. Probably take about 4 or 5 seconds. Took exactly 4 seconds. So I'm done with this. So now we're going to come down here to the house. I'm going to leave this in render. Little pro tip coming up in case anyone ever gets involved with this. So hopefully this will do. There we go. Now I'm going to open up March 4th trailer. And if it doesn't open, yeah, see, it opened to the render page. And it should have opened to the render page because that was my last known location on DaVinci Resolve. So now I'm going to go back to the edit page. Now we're going to go get media. We're going to go to the D drive. DaVinci completed 2026 March, and it should stand out like a sore thumb because it says silkworms eating blueberry waffles. That actually sounds good. I had waffles more or less this morning, if you want to call them that. So you'll notice when I'm up here in this area, this is not showing up. That's because there's no video tracks there. If I drop down to here, this shows up and I have a video track. Now it shows it has audio because I don't change my settings. I keep everything the way that it is because if I start disabling audio, disabling video, I'll have such a mess on my hand that it's horrible. So I need to get rid of this. I'm going to lock this. I'm going to lock the video track. I'm going to move this one over here. I'm going to hit the backspace key. And now I have this. And this is the beginning of tonight's trailer. If I play this, again, I'm going to run it back over to itself. You think I would do that? You think I could do this with my eyes closed? I've done it so many times. Uh-oh! What happened? We have a black screen. Story of my life. Here we go. And then it's going to go to the pictures. Now, I do not, it's always terrible. Waffles are not always terrible. So as this is playing, you'll see the black bars on here. I have no legitimate right or reason to change these. These are photos that were sent to me by someone, and I should display them as is. There's a couple things I can do with them if I wanted to. Now, I'll caveat that with, if you send me a picture and you say, hey, I think blah, blah, blah's in the picture, can you mask them out? Sure. I did that last night because there were 2 people in there, and I knew they did not want to be in there because I had been asked to mask them out. So there's a couple things I can do. I can, if I really wanted to be selfish and say this is all about me, I could come in here and I could make this like that. And that really doesn't take away from the context of the picture. The context of the picture is all these geese, which I hate, by the way, because you can't play golf around them. I can zoom this out and fill the screen up, and I haven't really taken away anything from the picture. Or I can come down here to the crop. I can crop the bottom a little bit. I can crop the top a little bit. Yeah, I'll leave the left and right. And then I can do the same thing. I can zoom it back out again and again. I have not really altered the main gist of the picture. That's one way I could do this. So we're going to uncrop it and unzoom it. The other thing I can do is to get rid of these black bars, and it's just a me thing. I can come over here, and I apologize for bouncing back and forth, but I think it's kind of important you guys know how some of this works. And I can go to my effects. I can go to search all folders. I can type in the word blanking, B-L-A-N-K, which is 3 letters, 4 letters. I can drag this down here, and I can put it on all of these at the same time. I do that, right or left click, drop and drag, or whatever that's called. Left click, highlight, oops, left click, highlight. Now if I drag blanking fill, you can see right there in the viewer what it does. It takes the picture and it stretches it out. Yeah, you can see the geese in the background. Good point, Ski. You can see that it fills in with a blurred picture of the actual picture. So I'm going to drag this down and I'm going to apply it just by putting it right there. Now that's interesting that that's showing up. That's okay. So now if we play this, and I'm still learning this, believe me guys when I tell you, I learn stuff every day. There was oh, I'll bring you my turtle then. You can throw it in the pond. Turtle's on its way out. It just doesn't know it yet. That looks pretty good. So that's another way to do it. I just want to make sure this, yeah, the geese, yes. By zooming this in, you can still see the geese in the background, but if you zoom it, you can clearly see the geese in the background. And I haven't collaborated with anybody on this to see what is preferred and what is not preferred. So I've been leaving it like that. Anyone watch Stephen Colbert last night? I did. His last guest showed a movie clip. That clip could have been Doug Bed's twin. I didn't see that part. I watched Jake Gyllenhaal. I like Jake Gyllenhaal and Maggie Gyllenhaal. I think they're two really good actor and actresses. They are brother and sister, by the way. Um, and I thought it was really good. But then after that, I didn't watch it. So we're at 43 minutes. I'm going to grab the rest of these pictures right here, from here to here. I'm going to skim through them to make sure there's no personal identifiable information on there. And then I'm probably just going to leave the blanking fill on there. I think I'll leave this up to you guys. If you guys would rather see it blurred, let me know. Or if you would rather see it not blurred, let me know. I can do either way. I saw no pizza boxes near that pond. Da Vinci is so second grade. Yeah, Greg, I know. But hey, I got a third grade education, so I'm good. Okay. I know kind of what I'm doing. Um, I still want to know what you use. I really do. There's another picture. Those look to be ducks, though. Those don't look to be geese. I'm really kind of confused and as to why I can't drag in all these at one time. It's very frustrating. I think it's a Da Vinci thing. I've seen it from time to time. I will get it. No blur. Jamie says no blur. You got it. No blur it will be. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna do two things. I want to wrap up the live stream. We're at 44 minutes and 45 seconds. There will be no outro because that's tied to Zoom. Actually, there could be an outro. I could actually do the outro. I could jump over here to Zoom, run the outro, and then jump back over to here. Or I could copy all of the 4, 5 sources that required to run the outro, put it into here, and then I would have the outro in here. What a thought! It's no wonder I get myself in trouble. Maybe Zoom is up. Maybe Zoom in a bit up to Jamie. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So let's go to this one. What Ski is saying is maybe zoom it a little bit. And again, what's a little bit? Do we want to zoom it like that? Do we want to zoom it like this? Do we want to zoom it like on that? Again, I don't know. But that's a good idea, Ski. I really do like that. So I like this picture right here. I'm going to drag it down. Oh. I say, oh. I like this picture right here. That should be a single picture, and it did not bring it in for some reason. I don't know why. Go ahead and play that and let it get to the next picture. Bigger is always better. So this is one that might need to be zoomed and or cropped or whatever. You can crop the bottom out a little bit, but hey, Jamie wants it to be like this, and this is what it's going to be. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to do something. This will be interesting because I'll leave the camera on, but I'm going to turn DaVinci off. So you just get to see moi, because I'm going to go to Zoom. I will disappear because the camera is not on Zoom. And I'm doing all this in OBS. You guys cannot, yeah, I knew that was coming. I try to keep it family friendly. So, got to admit the thought was there. No doubt on that. So I'm going to test one thing here. So we're going to come back to a blank screen, and I'm going to, I guess I can only do this. So now I'm going to do that. Oh, look at that. I'll wait till we get back to a black screen. I just figured, OMG, Jamie says, yeah, I don't know. Oh, what do you see? I see the dancing girls. Now I don't see the dancing girls. So I was able to bring in the dancing girls just with a simple copy and paste. See, I learn things every day. I kid you guys not. I learn things about this every single day. Obviously, my camera needs to come down just a little bit, so we're going to fix that. If I wanted to make this all about me, then I would do this, and you guys will freak out here in just a second. I could do it like that, but I'm not going to do that. That's horrible. And hopefully that'll work. That works there as a simple control, or Command Z, as they say. So now the big deal is, if I come over here to the chat, and here you go, Ski. Here you go. I'm back to chat. I'm going to try something here because I honestly don't know if this will work or not. Theoretically, it should. We'll see. Sam is in the house.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tea. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow.
and it'll get there in a minute, which I think is right about there. Say A, say A. So let's try the Dancing Girls now in OBS. They are playing in OBS. Let's see if they go out over the live stream or not. I'm back to my normal 44th scene. This is the 44th scene that I created. And there it is. So I can do this. Now I'm going to let it play. I'm going to take the next 9 or 6 few minutes, and I'm going to do some experimentation with this. This is kind of fun. So I think I've covered all gamuts and all things possible today. So who's going to go live? Who's going to go? So who's going to go live before 9? David might. The Filipino American couple might. I don't get notifications on YouTube on my computer, so I don't know. I saw a guy today that I haven't seen in months because I don't get notifications. I was setting something up and he was live, and his fiance, who used to be in Saudi Arabia, is now with him in the United States, and they were in Iowa of all places, and they were headed to Wisconsin of all places, but it was good to catch up with him. So, and I did ask a couple of interesting questions for my personal knowledge. Nice dancing girls can never get enough. All right, so Ski, here comes the $1 million question. Can I go into chat and do an exclamation X, and will it work? That was run from OBS and OBS only. So I'm doing it from here, exclamation X.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow, flow.
Eventually go away, and then turn this one on. And I used to have a lot of this set up in the Stream Deck, but that got a little bit convoluted and confusing for me, so I got away from it. I just as soon run it from OBS. So with that, at 53 minutes, 57 seconds, actually 54 minutes, I am going to end this. You will see the trailer that I'm currently working on tonight, Silkwood, Silkworms, whatever it's called. I'm going to leave it exactly as is. I know if there are any personal identifiable information, i.e. pictures of people, to get rid of them. And if I can't mask them out like I did last night, I just won't use it. I want to thank everybody on YouTube for being here. You know what? I'm going to try something here. I'm going to get an hour in no matter what. Everyone take care. Thank you, Ski. Ski, give me a time frame to be active on Zoom, please, and I will be there. I just need to know an approximate time that you're going to be there. You're quite welcome for the warning, John. You are quite welcome. Oh, interesting. I'm going to let that play for a second as it was showing. 5 to 10 minutes, not a problem. So now if I end this, why is that not playing over there? I'm trying to get the scroll to play. I'm in a copy and paste mood right now, and I'm trying to get the scroll to play English. Okay, so there's the scroll starting over there. And there we go. We now have, so now I've incorporated two things from the outro from last night. I've incorporated the dancing girls and I've incorporated the scroll. I just got to go in and rewrite. You're welcome, John. Thank you. And thank you, Scott. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Ski. Thank you, Sam. Let's see who else was here. Pixon Art was here. Richard Rogers was here. Jamie was here. I mean, you can see the scroll. The purpose of the scroll, so I don't have to scroll back and get everyone's name. Big Boy Snacks was here. Thank you, Big Boy. It's always good to see you. With that, at 56 minutes, as soon as this gets done, I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to go to Zoom. If you want to join us on Zoom, the credentials wait. Should I put the okay? Let's wrap this up with a Q&A. Should I put the credentials for my Zoom, my email, on these live streams that I do to fill in for everybody? Yes or no? I know you thought I'd say one or two. Yes or no? Yes, everybody be sure to thank Jamie for the pictures. I've got, this one's got 68, it looks like, or 69. I can't see, the monitor's too far away. Unfortunately, it'll be a 2 or 3 day thing because I can't use all of them at one time. I am limited to 3 minutes, which I cut back down to 2 minutes, 56, 57 seconds because YouTube always adds a second to it. And it is horrible. Okay, so everyone is apparently saying yes, yes, and Greg says, I don't know. Don't bother me, I'm eating. I guess the problem would be, and here's the problem that I see with it. If it's a problem at all, I don't know. Let's go with, let's let OBS, and I got to figure out why OBS is so slow. I see it on OBS right now, but you guys don't see it yet. You're still seeing the scroll. I still show being live. I don't have any drop frames. 5200 kilobits a second, so it's good. So the problem I see with putting this in here is, where am I going to put this at? Where exactly would I put the scroll? Now, I suppose I could maybe lower this down a little bit. Well, I think I can lower this. I don't know. I'll work on that. That gives me something to work on. Let's Control Z that. Can't get an hour out of this. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see you, Ski, over on Zoom. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, John. Thank you, Johnny, Alice, Rich, Pixen Art. Anyone else I may have missed, thank you so much. That's what the scroll does. See you tonight. 10 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock your time, or 7 o'clock on the West. Thank you.